So, if you're not familiar with Buddhist philosophy, I feel like you should do a little digging on little Buddhist philosophy because there are like three claims. There's like moral, there's like ontological, and there's like phenomenological. And you should stick to the phenomenology because it describes like suffering and like what it is. And you can use their understanding of suffering, their observations about it, to minimize suffering in your own life. Like, you don't have to follow their like diet or like their rituals or whatever, but I think understanding suffering and how to beat it is just like really good, you know? And one way is just to have like a less of a sense of self, right? They think that a lot of the origins of suffering derives from like your sense of self. So if you relinquish your sense of self and devote it to a cause, for example, Kierkegaard was like Christianity, like me is capitalism, then you can solve a lot of your suffering. Because if you lower your ego and relinquish your, like, you know, what makes you you, then it would reduce your suffering. So just like having this like understanding of like the phenomenology of suffering is just very useful. And that's why like Buddhism is like kind of an interesting observation on how things work.